Hey, Doc Martinez here, and thank you for joining me on another journey down the old-fashioned rabbit hole. Now, with Halloween around the corner, I've decided to do a simple Halloween cocktail, taking inspiration from arguably one of the most famous Halloween candies, the candy corn. So we'll be making a candy corn old-fashioned. I know what you're probably thinking. Candy corn is old-fashioned? No way. Now, I have not tried it, so I don't know if this is going to be any good. Also, I've never been a huge fan of candy corn, but really, who is? So I understand your trepidation, but hear me out. Let's look at candy corn flavor. Now, I found this quote from a spokesperson for Jelly Belly who provided the official description of what candy corn is supposed to taste like. Emphasis on supposed. Candy corn was modeled after corn in shape, but not in taste. The actual flavor, candy corn, is a wonderful blend of creamy fondant, rich marshmallow, and warm vanilla notes. Now think about this. Most of these flavors can be found in bourbon. In theory, may even highlight the wonderful tasty notes of the bourbon. Cocktail quiz time. If candy corn does not taste like corn, why is it called candy corn? Gonna have to wait to satisfy that sweet tooth. Today we'll be making the candy corn old fashioned with a Halloween edition of the Smoke Wagon straight bourbon whiskey. Other good choice would be the Walking Dead bourbon or a Wampus Cat bourbon. I'm sure there are many others out there. Are there any bourbons that you would recommend for this Halloween old fashioned? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe. So, let's make a candy corn old fashioned. Candy corn old fashioned ingredients: 2 ounces Halloween edition of Smoke Wagon straight bourbon whiskey, half an ounce of candy corn simple syrup, link on how to make will be in the description below, 2 dashes of orange bitters, an orange slice. Making a candy corn old fashioned. In a mixing glass, add the orange slice and orange bitters. Muddle carefully. Place ice in the glass. Now add half an ounce of candy corn simple syrup. Next add 2 ounces of the bourbon. Stir until chilled. Drain the chilled drink into a decorated old-fashioned glass with a large ice. Garnish with candy corn. Cocktail quiz time. If candy corn does not taste like corn, why is it called candy corn? Answer: the reason why it is called candy corn is also incredibly simple. It is modeled after the shape of a corn kernel. Alright, so here we are with the candy corn old fashioned. I already have recorded the tasting of this, however, for some reason there was a lot of background noise. I don't know if my air condition was on, or if I forgot to turn off the fan. Many different things could have affected it. But here we are again. This is our second round of this. So I do want to make a few corrections before I taste it again. One, on the first one, I thought it was way too sweet, and I was using half an ounce of that simple syrup, the candy corn simple syrup. This time I did 1/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. So I'm hoping that makes it less sweet, and it was one of the corrections I said I would make if I had to do this again. So I did make that correction. Second, I did use one of the ice that was actually more clear with only a little bit of orange in it as a dye. The first one I had the black one, and you'll see that in the pictures, but it turned the drink kind of dark and black. It looked kind of cool, but wasn't what I was picturing for a candy corn old fashioned. You think with a candy corn old fashioned, you definitely have more orange in it. So you want to see that orange there and not so much of that black. So here we go, let's taste this. The candy corn old fashioned, my second attempt. Okay, so it is still a little bit sweet, but not nearly as sweet as that first one. Going down to 1/4 of an ounce of the simple syrup made a big difference for this. I can still taste a little bit of sweetness up front, but this time I can taste the bourbon. The first time the sweetness was so up front and so overpowering that the bourbon was just a little hint at the end. And with an old fashioned, the bourbon's supposed to be the main thing, what you're tasting, what you're enhancing. So with this one, definitely I like this change. First time I gave it a 5, I think a 5.6 out of 10 because it was so sweet, because of the darkness, and it was good. And I said, I think it's great for a Halloween drink because with Halloween, what do you think of? You think of candy, you think of sweet. So if you like sweet drinks, go with the half ounce in there. It's gonna be sweeter. You're probably gonna like it more if you like that sweetness. However, I do like to taste the bourbon. I want that to be in the forefront. I want that to be what I taste the most, and have, like, right now I still have that in the back of my throat. I can still taste that bourbon in my mouth, which I really do like. So definitely Yeah, so definitely I do like it the second way with the 1/4 ounce of the simple syrup. With this bourbon, it's great. It's a lot more balanced than it was that first time. Still a little bit sweet, but not nearly as sweet as before. So now, instead of being that 5.6, I'm gonna bump this up to a 7. Still not a perfect drink, still a little sweet if you're not a sweet person. And for an old fashions, I do like my more bourbon up front, but it's a very, very good drink. I think it's a great Halloween drink. And if you like these videos, make sure to click the like button, subscribe, and click on that next link. Happy Halloween. Cheers. Be safe.